Hola, estimados estudiantes. Welcome. So, today I want to give you I want to explain to you how the test is going to look like. So, we're going to do a review of the lesson one test. Okay. So, what I did was I posted on your Blackboard under Modulo 3 this lesson review. Okay. So, clicking there, it's going to take you to this Word document. So please download it. Okay, download it to your computer so you can start working on it. I also posted a link over here so you can access and you can practice. So what you need to do, just copy the link, post it on your browser, and this is for you to review. Okay, but let me go back over here. So this is the study guide. So what is that we're going to cover during the lesson test? So first, we're going to cover saludos y cortesía, right? Greeting and polite expressions. So some of the questions that you're going to find are a short conversation, and you had to complete the conversation and to write in the blank. Okay. So for example, you want to complete this sentence over here, right? Uh, Sorry, let's start for A, right? So choose the best reply. So if you say buenas noches, ¿cómo estás? Right? What will be the best reply for number one? Muy bien. So muy bien, gracias, right? So that's the best reply for that. ¿Cómo te llamas? Will be me llamo Leo, right? Because ¿cómo te llamas is what is your name? My name is Leo. Okay. So some of the questions you may gonna have to choose the best replies to the short conversation. Other ones you had to write in the blank. So you need to complete the sentence, right? So buenas tardes. So which one are the two you're going to choose, right? So let's say for this class, right? I'm your professor. So which one you're going to choose? Profesor, right? Because profesor is feminine and a male also is profesor. Okay. Then you're going to use what? Hola. And how do you ask somebody his or her name? You say como te, right? So you had to add the como te llamas. Okay. So fairly simple. So first part, make sure you review saludos y cortesía. Second part, números del 0 al 30, right? You're going to learn you need to know how to spell and how to use the numbers, right? So for example, right, you had to spell 14, right? So you know that 14 is 14. You know that 21 is 20, right? And then uno. You know that 29 again is 20, and then 9. Okay. So you need to learn how to spell the numbers from 0 to 30. All right. Then here, right, en la mesa I already did it, but cuatro. So you need to know how to spell cuatro. En la clase I, 26. So you need to know how to spell 26. So you're going to see the numbers over here, and you need to know how to spell it. Just remember, cuantos means what? There is and there are. Okay, so remember that. Cuantos means there is and there are. There is singular, there are is plural. Okay. So that's the second part. The third part is how to tell time. Okay. Just remember, for any time, for 1 o'clock, we always use es la. Okay. Es la. We always use es la. For any time after 1 o'clock, we use son las. Okay. Son las because it's plural, right? Singular, es la, plural, son las. 1:59 or 1:55 is still 1 o'clock, so you use es la. 2 o'clock and above, we use son las. We know we need to learn also how to use the minutes, right? Y 5, y 10, for example, at 10:10 will be son las 10:10. Okay? Menos 20, right? If you're going to tell somebody that is 20 till 10, right? You use son las 11 menos 20, right? So I'm going to explain that in a minute. Okay, let's say over here, 4:30, okay? So 4:30 is what? Son las 4:30 or y 30, okay? So you can write either or. You can write son las 4:30 or son las 4:30, okay? Remember, media is half, okay? Here is la 1:05. Remember, the time of the days, the times are feminine. So, una becomes la una, okay? Now, 7:50, right? 7:50, you can write it son las 7:50, okay? Or you can write son las 8 menos 10, right? So it is 7:50 or it is 10 till 8, okay? So to write 10 till 8, we use 8 menos 10, okay? 11:15 son las 11:15. On the dot means en punto. Remember that. On the dot means en punto. Son las 2:00. Okay? You may gonna have to choose between true or false. Okay? So if this is correct, you put correct or false. So for example, son las 6:45. That's correct, right? It is 15, is a quarter to 6. So, correcto. Son las 8:20. That's correct, right? It's 8:20. Then we're going to learn. So, you need to study the time of the day. How do we use it? Then for number 4, we're going to use el verbo ser. Okay, so when do we use el verbo ser and when do we use tú versus usted. Remember, the tú is informal, usted is formal. Okay? So, for example, here, uh, usted, let's say you're going to write the correct information here, right? So you can say, él es muy amable, okay? Tú, right? Tú over here. So you know that you had to choose the correct answer over here. So what is the correct form of tú using el verbo ser? Okay, so tú eres. Okay, tú eres. Yo, right? Soy. So the bottom line, you need to learn how to conjugate el verbo ser, right? So remember, you conjugate el verbo ser, right? Is yo soy, tú. Oh, here it is. So yo soy, tú eres, usted es, ella es, nosotros somos, ustedes son, ellos son. Okay, so this is how we conjugate el verbo ser, right? So you need to learn to conjugate el verbo ser. Also, remember that the subject can change to a name, right? We can say that Ana y María. So what is the subject pronoun for Ana y María? They. Okay, so Ana y María son, right? Son whatever, son amigas. Okay, so you need to learn how to use that. Then make sure that, just remember when I give you the chapter to read, that you have read about the culture, okay? Because there are going to be some questions about the Spanish culture. For example, this is just an example, right? There it says that there is more than 43 millions of Spanish speakers living in the United States. True or false? Okay, so that's correct, right? There's about a little bit more than 43 millions of Spanish speakers living in the United States. So make sure you read about the cultural information in your textbook. Okay. We're also going to use about conados, right? Connate. Remember, two connates are words that are similar in English. For example, universidad. Universidad is university. Televisión is television. Diccionarios, dictionary. Doctor, right? Is a doctor. Hospital is hospital. So these are true connate, right? Because they are similar. Then we have some that are a little bit tricky, right? Carpeta, right? It's not carpet. It's a folder, okay? Embarazada, right? Means pregnant, not embarrassed. Actualmente, right? Is currently, not actually, right? So be careful in those tricky connect. So here, for example, a question may arise something like this. So mark C for connect or false, or F for false friend, not a connect word, right? So you had to choose what is a connected word and what is not. So universidad is connect, televisión is connect because it's the same meaning. Carpeta, it is not